Hi folks, thanks for joining and watching. I'm coming live from Torch Productions, and I was talking to some friends today who were really devastated from their phase 4 being shut down. The clubs, the wedding industry, most musicians, jewelers, florists, people who are really suffering. And so I offered this poem because as I spoke to some of my business friends who have tried desperately to either get the ban lifted or to get the stimulus to come through so that people could still make it. So I've decided to go into poems because my friends had said they've spent a lot of money. They're really trying. They're being shut down on Facebook. So I guess I'm going to hide out in the open. Most of you know me as a music teacher, but actually I'm a published poet. And I'm willing to take whatever I've got to go live. But this is for the kids. And this is also for my phase 4 musicians, DJs, any of you shut down. This is for you. The kids are casualties of COVID, their outer world blown to the ground, a worldwide fear ever near. They had no school, no plays, no proms. All graduations were gone unless we zoom from the lawn. Yet 15 million now from COVID survive. The heroes in hazmats, gowned and gloved, daily risked their lives. They've waged miracles right before our eyes. And those who live again, now, we need to thrive. Those who govern must see for the all. For the kids to recover, their parents can't fall. Their purpose, their plenty, their strength to be there. The kids feel the fear and need their care. The parents, heroes, holding it all, when their world too, some it's come to a halt. Yet to the next illness we must address. The kids' mental health is under duress. Let's guide them today to go in and see. Imagination is now what they need. Their world created, not from defeat, but from God-given freedom, their own mind's liberty. That place inside where a song gets stuck, where a moment turns over again, a time well remembered. You feel the sensation, so real it's still on your skin. Inside this place, inside our minds, lives live true freedom, and we choose the lines. We write our own story, the one that feels sane. An imagined world doesn't need the pain. We must open to the choice, our needs to survive. Save the ounce of freedom we need to ignite. We are all given the Bill of Rights. And if you're not my proxy, you don't tuck me in at night. Now for the kids. What will we leave? A world full of worry or a daring to dream? I miss that America of 69 when Armstrong flew to the moon and back on Earth, a horrible plague then. We had the Hong Kong flu. We knew back then that to live had risks. To be an adult, we had to choose. We had to take care for well-lived time here. But we remembered from this life that we would move. The goal to keep living in the face of any fear. Say thank you and often as much as we care. Please, for the kids, let's leave them this, a world that they create. We'll teach them how to find their own path, to breathe and to meditate, to feel so sure of their life's own call. They will not need to hesitate. They'll bring this world back to the light, unstoppable current they feel. But now it's our turn to see them, to breathe with their souls and heal. These are some of them. But right now, some of their parents who are in the wedding industry, musicians, in the jewelry business, in the catering industry, certain restaurants, nightclubs, clubs that didn't have enough food license to put the $100,000 into it. Folks, this is not political. Phase 4 people gather us all together. They gather us in the clubs, in restaurants, in churches. I'm a church singer. Most churches are decimated. Most of them, they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. So I'm begging us to do a couple of things. Number one, please watch. a movie on Netflix now called The Social Dilemma, because it talks about the algorithms that are feeding us via social media. Number one. So when we think that we're at odds with people, we're not. We're being told our own reality. Now, if we know this, great, game on. I can take any news media and say it ain't nothing true until I say so. And then enjoy your social media. We don't have to throw it all out with the bathwater. Thank you, God, for Zoom, right? However, if I think it's truth, if I think that there's something going on that is devastating more people than the people who are economically devastated right now at phase 4, and frankly, what happened to the stimulus money that they were promised? I have a music school, so I can open one-on-one, but my tiny theater cannot. It cannot. All of the new business I earned, it cannot. It cannot. And that's just not economic over health. That's not it. Health isn't just a cold. Health isn't just even a really serious disease. Health of a society is thinking for the good of all. All political parties have lost that. They are not caring for the good of all. And for my business friends who have hazarded money, time, being banned on Facebook, so many of my friends are getting banned for what they're trying to say. Folks, this is not the America we grew up in. When you watch number 1, The Social Dilemma, then number 2, do whatever you can in a grassroots way. Phase 4, folks, what we must not do is go silently. Think of what we have. We have amps. We have instruments that are really loud. We have personalities with the entrepreneurial, extroverted ability to take over a room. We have that. It doesn't bring just joy. It can gather us all. But at this point, we need to find a way to gather. I do have a 30-seat venue where we could gather. But gather we must, because phase 4 people, they are so essential to the fabric of our society. They gather us in church. They gather us in our clubs. They gather us at restaurants that have entertainment. What's going to happen? It's not just now. And who's going to be affected? Big time. These guys. Are we really going to leave them a world that doesn't have freedom of speech? That doesn't have a way to gather because people in a political infection are not mature enough to do their job and take care of the good of all. That's the thing. Please watch that movie, The Social Dilemma. It's on Netflix for as long as it's up. And please, anyone you know in phase 4, take them under your wing and try to help out. And then pressure your representatives to get the job done for the stimulus package. They need the help because in a couple more months, folks, a lot of things are disappearing where we gathered, where the soul of America gathered. That's not just church. That's not just church. That's sports that are being infected politically, both sides. That's restaurants, their lives closed. Let's turn up our amps, peeps. It's time to put it on to 11 and go loud. Let's be creative with how to do this. Let's be creative. Maybe we protest in a rock and roll way. If folks need a place to practice, come call me. I'm hardwired. And, ooh, it's dangerous. We might sing together on microphones. Ooh. Hell yeah, we're gonna. Because love can move mountains. Thanks so much, you guys. This is my PSA message today. And if my poetry is a little easier to have the message land and it doesn't get banned, I got a lot of them. Thank you so much for all your support. And good luck. Let's get everything open again. Let's keep all the people safe who need it. There's 1% who need extra protection. We can do it. We can think for the good of all. We can do this. We're the most creative people. We're the most creative, and we're the loudest. Let's wrap this up, peeps, but let's not go down quiet. All right? Because guess what? We want them to have a world where they get to sing their heart out. Yeah. Thanks so much. You have a great night, folks, and we'll touch base soon. Let me know how I can help out. Take care. Bye-bye.